If you're a true Liverpool fan, subscribe to Anfield Signal.
Steven Gerrard gets his Liverpool wish as Arne Slot answers call to start youngster. Liverpool youngster Rio Numaho will start in his side's FA Cup clash at Wolves after Steven Gerrard made it known that the teenager needed to get an opportunity. Steven Gerrard has got his wish after making it clear that Rio Numaho had to start on Friday night against Wolves, with the Liverpool teenager making a rare outing from the beginning. Numaho has enjoyed some breakout moments this season, most notably when he scored in stoppage time to down Newcastle in a 5-goal thriller back in August. His quality and potential have been obvious, but he's only been used sporadically by Arne Slot. The 17-year-old made a substitute cameo against Wolves in midweek, a game that saw the Midlands outfit stun the Reds by securing a late 2-1 win. It dented Liverpool's Champions League hopes, but Numaho was a rare bright spark. It left Reds icon Gerrard wanting to see more, and after criticising the output of Cody Gakpo, he made it clear that the teenager needed to start on Friday. He said on TNT Sports, "For 65 minutes Liverpool were desperate tonight, really poor, didn't create enough, didn't play at the right speed or the right tempo, didn't have enough quality. He has to start Numaho now. He has to start him because he's coming on and he's doing more in a short cameo in a short space of time than Gakpo's doing in 65-70 minutes. He deserves to start now. He's got to start the kid on Friday night in the FA Cup." Numaho has made 17 appearances this term, but the vast majority of those have been as an impact sub. Now he gets the chance from the start, with Liverpool needing to bounce back from their loss just days ago, as they endure the rare scenario of playing at Molineux twice within a week. Liverpool's below-par campaign means that the FA Cup and the Champions League present their only hopes of silverware. Slot is under pressure to deliver a top-5 finish, but a trophy would also aid his case going forward, amid talk he could still lose his job in the summer. Slot also has defended his use of the Liverpool youngster, whose minutes have been at a premium this term. Let's be clear, he is a special player that will have more playing time and already has more playing time recently, the Liverpool boss told reporters recently. If everyone thinks he is so good, then he should be in something to talk about again. If he is already good enough to play for us, then he should definitely be, in your opinion.
What Liverpool away end did spoke volumes as Arne Slot left with no other choice. Some things old and something new ensured Arne Slot wasn't left feeling blue at the end of another testing week for Liverpool, and while veteran campaigners Andy Robertson and Mohamed Salah ultimately steered the Reds on course for the FA Cup quarter-finals, it was 17-year-old Rio Numaho who was the catalyst for a victory that will give Liverpool renewed hope a difficult season can still end with silverware. The genie is now very much out of the bottle, regards Numaho. Slot surely no longer able to hold back the winger from continuing the progress that saw him the Reds' stellar performer as they responded to Tuesday's shock Premier League loss at rock-bottom Wolves. From his very first involvement, there was a sense of excitement and urgency that was sorely lacking from much of Liverpool's efforts at Molineux 3 days earlier. It helps that Numaho isn't carrying the weight of history, whether recent or seasons past, that has so impacted Slot's side, at least mentally, for much of this campaign. His performance lifted not only the travelling cop, but also his teammates, who fed off his infectious enthusiasm. Whisper it quietly, but the second half was almost enjoyable to watch. Don't forget, this was only Numaho's 5th career start, and more must surely now soon follow on this evidence. He is ready. This victory, though, was earned by the impact of one old hand in particular. Robertson has seen himself nudged out of the first-choice left-back position by Milos Kerkez and was close to leaving in January as Tottenham Hotspur came calling. Starts have remained limited in recent months, but Robertson's professionalism and desire to make the most of such opportunities saw him thump in the opener 6 minutes into the second half, and 95 seconds later invite Salah to double the lead from a low cross. With Liverpool hoping for a busy end-of-season schedule, Slot will be compelled to rely more heavily on rotation. Robertson and other fringe players have an important role, and all stepped up here. Curtis Jones capped an encouraging performance in the number 10 role with a superb solo strike, while Joe Gomez was comfortable when making a rare start at centre-back alongside skipper Virgil van Dijk. Although it wasn't ideal, it meant Dominic Szoboszlai was compelled to reprise his makeshift right-back role. There were other positives. Florian Wirtz made a welcome return from injury with a second-half substitute appearance, and Jeremy Frimpong was very lively in his similar cameo. However, Salah was again fitful at best in general play, but Liverpool will hope a second goal inside 3 days further bolsters the Egyptian's confidence. Notably, both came from him having drifted into central positions. Liverpool's laboured opening 3 days earlier once again shone a focus on their propensity for starting games slowly, particularly away from Anfield, having scored only 3 first-half goals on the road in the Premier League this season, with 2 of those coming in additional time. The Reds, though, were keen to respond to their damaging midweek loss and began strongly with the exciting Ngumoha causing plenty of problems down the left flank with clever footwork and pace. In his best opening of the half, the teenager warms the palms of Wolves keeper Sam Johnston after being found in the area by Cody Gakpo, with Alexis McAllister having already had 1 shot saved. As on Tuesday, Wolves set out their stall with a blanket 5-man defence and terrier-like midfield trio that was quite happy to let Liverpool have the ball, with the intent of pouncing on the counter-attack. In truth, there was precious little threat from the home team, but while Liverpool dominated possession before the break, they were restricted to pot shots from range, with McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch and even Gomez trying their luck with expected results. But the game changed completely with 2 goals in as many minutes, with Robertson pivotal in both. The first, on 51 minutes, came from a Liverpool break, with Gakpo's pass feeding Salah to sprint into the area. The ball was moved across to Jones and then into the path of Robertson, who struck a first-time shot into the far bottom corner from 22 yards. Robertson then turned creator when, played down the left by Ngumoha, his low cross was converted at the far post by Salah, whose effort stood after a VAR check having initially been flagged offside. Liverpool made the game safe with 16 minutes remaining when Jones accepted a pass from Gravenberch and cut across field before curling an excellent effort into the bottom corner from the edge of the area. There will be disappointment at the leaking of yet another injury-time goal, as Wolves registered a consolation when substitute Hee Chan Hwang raced through onto long ball to score. But it would be wrong to be overcritical on an evening when Slot and his players responded in the right manner to the questions that were rightly being asked in the wake of Tuesday's debacle. The sounds of Wembley, Wembley booming out from the away end spoke volumes. Liverpool are now just 1 step away from a return to Anfield South.
Alan Shearer singles out Liverpool star Arne Slot should have played more this season. Andy Robertson showed his class in Liverpool's FA Cup win at Wolves as the left-back scored the opener before the defender made his feelings clear on his frustrating year. Alan Shearer has claimed that Andy Robertson should have had far more minutes at Liverpool this season and struggles to see why Milos Kerkez has landed so many opportunities. The Hungarian was a standout last season with Bournemouth, which earned him a switch to Anfield in the summer. Liverpool opted to refresh their back 4, and as a result, Kerkez has often been deployed by Arne Slot, even though he's produced some performances that have copped criticism. It has left Robertson, who had been a regular for just shy of a decade, having to accept more of a squad role. The Scot has often underlined his importance whenever he has played, however, but his age profile, coupled with his lack of minutes, has fueled talk of a move away. Tottenham were heavily linked in January, but Robertson stayed put and showed his class with a goal in the win over Wolves on Friday night. He has remained tight-lipped on his future, with his contract winding down, and Shearer believes he should have played ahead of Kerkez on numerous occasions, but has been a great professional by putting the team first. The Premier League great said on the BBC, "I'm not sure Milos Kerkez has pushed Andy Robertson enough to be playing as much as he has done. Kerkez has slightly improved, but Robertson is a great professional, and he probably can't say what he wants to say. He has been outstanding for Liverpool. Robertson spoke honestly after Liverpool kept their FA Cup hopes alive, admitting that Gerrard'S needed time to adapt when he moved to Anfield. Now 31, the Champions League winner concedes that age was always going to become a factor eventually, with the club having to consider life beyond him. "I'm not sure if I have a point to prove in a Liverpool shirt," he claimed. "The fans know I give everything in a Liverpool shirt. When you get on the pitch, you just want to enjoy it. It is what it is." Milos Kerkez is a fantastic left back. He had an unbelievable season last season at Bournemouth. It took time to settle into a big club. The club has to move forward. The lads who have been here so long are not getting any younger. You have to accept it. I have had competition my whole career.